wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, 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 deep, 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 I wanna go deep, 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 and walk right up to the side of my mountain until you reach my peak, baby, peak, baby, peak, and reach right to the bottom of my mountain. I want to play in your deep, baby, deep, baby, deep. Then dip me underway. You can hit me on my foot, no, no, no. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe, and wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, 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 and rock right up to the side of my mountain until you reach my peak, baby, peak, baby, peak, and reach right to the bottom of my mountain. I want to play in your deep, baby, deep, baby,
Okay guys, so these are the images that I am going to use on the donut ashtray. Now I do have two different molds. They're like the same size, but I think the dimensions of it is a little different. So the other one, not the one that I just made for you guys to see, but the other one, it uses a little bigger, the images at a little bigger size. But I guess I'll cross that bridge with you guys if I ever use that mold again, to not if I ever use it, but if I ever use it as far as making another tutorial with the mold, but doing something differently. So the size of this image for that mold is, as you can see, it's right here. For the width, it is a 2.67, and for the height, 2.664. Now what I do like to do is check to make sure that it's a little accurate. I will print it off on printer paper or cardstock and test it out in there first before I use the sheet, so that I wouldn't waste my non-sheet paper. Just kidding, because it's not really that expensive, but they don't put a lot of paper in these things. So this is the paper that I'm using. I believe it is printable vinyl, and it is by Paper Studio. Bam. So I'm just gonna slide this bad boy up on in here, and I'm going to get ready to print it. The sheet at this size, it prints about 6 of the images, and I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this part of the step only for knowledge purposes, for people that might be new to using Cricut all in general, and that is what I have, a Cricut machine. And when I do the print, I never print with the bleed on. I always take it off. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm 100% familiar with the bleed, because I've been using Cricut since about 2019, but I've never found a purpose to use it. The only time I've ever used the bleed on my images was when my machine was like extremely off, and it was to the point where no matter how many times we've calibrated it, it was still cutting awful. So we attempted to try to put the bleed on to see if we let it bleed over a little bit across the lines. When it cuts messed up, it will like hoping that it would keep some of the image into the cut instead of it being mostly white and less images. It's like it kind of sort of worked for certain images, but I don't use it. To each its own. If you want to have that, you could, but after you shut off the bleed, you just put print, and then I'm just gonna wait for it to pop on about here, and then we'll be good to go. I'm gonna, after it prints, I'm gonna come back on and just show, you know, for the newbies, what it does basically as far as printing, as far as it being cut on the Cricut. Now I typically like to keep the setting, well, the Cricut on custom, only because I already have, excuse me, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups, not the hiccups, I'm sorry, but usually it's already here, like my printable sticker paper, the cardstock, and whatever else that I like to use that's good for me. So I like to do the custom because I can just click whatever I want to use instead of having to continuously turn the dial. The only time I turn it is when doing vinyl. But this is the finished product as far as the printer. Guys, I love this printer. If you do not have one of these printers, you need to invest in one. I have this ink in here for almost a year now, and well, it's been there for almost a year. I think that's self-explanatory, and it just prints the image beautifully. I feel like it has like a lot of color and stuff to it, and we wasn't experiencing all that color with our Canon printer that we were using before. I don't know if it was because it was an older printer, if that was why. You know, if you guys have any other printer options that you like to use, you know, feel free to leave it in the comments and share. You know, just because eventually I probably will get another printer, just because, to help make the workload a lot faster, since it's me and my partner doing the business work. And when you click on the printable sticker paper for the start, I just leave it as default because the tool that's in the machine is sharp enough to cut it, so I don't want to overcut into the picture because it's already going to do its thing anyway and cut it. So I'm gonna just load this paper on, and then I'll start it again when it's time to cut it so that you guys can see. Okay guys, so it is loaded. I have a whole bunch of different mats, you know, that can be used here. This is just one of them, one of the many. And once you have it loaded up in there, you just literally click this so that it can get a good grip on the mat, and then you just click go and watch this bad boy go. Hopefully I moved the I moved it over okay enough so that it could read it.
Right up to the side of my mountain until you
Okay guys, so as you can see here, it is completely dried and it is good to go. You guys, Homer Simpson freshly baked donut. It looks so edible. That's the crazy part. Like when my son sees it, he screams, "Mommy donut, mommy donut." And then and this, what I'm doing here is actually an order for a customer. So I figured to get back in my groove, well, or really get into a new groove of recording, since I wasn't really big on recording when I was posting videos about 9 months ago and all that. I figured for starters, I can do tutorials as I'm doing orders. So the customer, she didn't order a letter to match the ashtray. Sometimes, especially for my first time customers, I may throw like little gifts and things like that in it. So the donut keychain actually literally mimics the donut the ashtray completely. The only difference is there's no images to it because it's not needed. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna stop talking and just give you guys a fast forward look on me packaging the order and basically getting it ready to ship out, and different things that I put in, you know, well, not extravagant right now, just as far as little simple things or details that I do to get the customers' orders ready. Before I stop talking, I do have a small portable, small laminator. Both my laminators are portable, but this one is smaller, and then I have a bigger, a bigger size laminator. I want to say it's probably about medium size. However, even though with the medium sized ones I can do more laminating all at once, I prefer the smaller one for some reason. It's less work getting all the maybe one day I will do a tutorial and show you guys what I'm talking about, but it's easy to laminate just a single sheet when you're using a bigger laminator. But when you're using like little things like a care card and stuff like that, you have to put multiple ones in there. They shift and move so much in the bigger laminator, so I like using small laminator, and then I get the small laminated the small laminating cards and use them in the small laminator and everything once I cut them up. I'm gonna try and make sure that I put little notes and stuff in the video to tell you guys where I got some of my items from. Some of them I may not remember depending on how long I had it like this laminator. I do not remember exactly where I got it from. My partner does, and she's in here right now, so I may not have this in there. Who knows, depending on if I'm editing it at the time that we are around one another. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what I do from here on. So I guess just watch me package this order.
Then dip me underway. Fill my mouth with flow. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe, and wash me over until my will runs dry.
too. I was meaning to give you guys a closer look at the care cards. I make these myself. I customize it and then use cardstock to make it. So I customized it on my phone actually, and it's completely out of cardstock. Here's the QR code for my website, and then here's the keychain. So this one is the keychain care card, and this one is the ashtray. So wait, the ring light is showing a glare. So I make sure that those two things, of course if it comes with an ashtray and a keychain, I make sure that those things are both placed in there. Business card placed in there as well, and it gets sealed up. Boom, ready to go. Of course I'm not going to show you guys the part where I'm labeling the customer stuff, because I don't want her address to be all out for the world to see, out of respect. So yes, until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next tutorial. Peace.
Baby.